This episode of CBTV Idaho is being sponsored by the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. I'll tell you more about them in a minute, but first here's our top stories. Today on CBTV Idaho, we're going to discuss the construction of the new water tower in Idaho Falls. We're going to give an update on the 17th Woodruff construction project, and we're going to give you an update on the 45th East Road Widening Project. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson, and you are watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back, everybody, to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. If this is your first time on the channel, Construction Business TV is your go-to resource for news on all of the construction and development projects that are happening in your local area. As always, we start this off with a local job construction post lead. So DL Electric has an immediate need to fill 8 different positions. All these positions are full-time, they're all entry-level, and positions are available in Idaho Falls, Blackfoot, Rexburg, and Ammon. They are looking to fill positions for foreman electricians and journeyman electricians. So if you're interested in either of these positions or want to find more information on them as well as how to apply for them, there's a link in the description below this video. On to our first story. So last week we had a viewer request some updated information on the road expansion project of 45th East between Iona and First Street. So I spoke with the Public Works Director of Bonneville County, who provided me with some up-to-date details that I'm going to share with you. And again, if you notice any construction or road projects that are happening in your area that you want to know more about, mention it in the comments below and I'll look into it for you. So here's what I have for you. The contract for the 45th East Road Widening Project was awarded about a month ago to HK Contractors, who have since been very hard at work on that project. The project is anticipated to progress through this construction season, and conclude in the summer of 2024. During construction, there is going to be periods of traffic disruptions, including one-lane closures and at times total road closures. During these periods, the county is going to keep the community informed via their Facebook page, and residents that are directly affected by the construction are going to be notified by HK Contractors directly preceding these disruptions. So the Public Works Director also made a special request that I emphasize to commuters in that area. Please slow down in construction zones. Plan extra travel time if you need to go through them. Be alert and aware of men and women who are hard at work at making your community a safer and more efficient place to live. Please be considerate and attentive so that they can safely do their jobs and get home to their families. If you find value in the content that I provide for you every week, you can show your support by hitting the like button below the video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to Construction Business TV on YouTube. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. That's it, story number 2. Here's an update on the 17th Street and Woodruff intersection construction. So beginning today, there is going to be significant impacts at the intersection of Woodruff and 17th Street. Motorists are advised to plan alternate routes until the project is completed this fall. So traffic near the area of 17th Street is going to be reduced to 1 lane in each direction. Traffic on Woodruff Avenue will be detoured in advance of 17th Street to improve safety during construction. Motorists traveling northbound on Woodruff Avenue will be detoured left on Sunnyside Road and proceeding north on Holmes Avenue. Motorists traveling southbound on Woodruff Avenue will be detoured right on First Street and proceed south on Holmes Avenue. Access will remain open for the residential traffic and to area businesses during regular business hours. Periodic nighttime lane closures of 17th Street from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. will be necessary throughout the duration of this project. So personnel from the Idaho Public Works and its contractors will meet at the intersection at 10 a.m. every Wednesday to discuss the project, hear concerns, and address potential issues. Property owners impacted by the project are invited to attend these meetings. This intersection is ultimately going to be widened to improve traffic flow, reduce congestion, and accommodate forecasted population growth. When completed, it will look and operate much like the intersection at Hit Road and Sunnyside Road. Before I get to my final story, I want to share a quick message about our sponsor, the Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center. Are you an employee that would like to develop the skills of your team? Or are you an individual who would like to enhance and develop your own skills? The Eastern Idaho Workforce Training Center is exactly the place to do just that. Although sponsored by CEI, this is a unique center in the area because it's driven by you, the business. It is right in the tagline, industry-led, community-supported. This center focuses on high-demand trades in the area, such as construction, manufacturing, HVAC, plumbing, heavy equipment, and so much more. So I encourage you to take the time to learn about it. It could be just what you're looking for to build a better workforce. You can contact Penny Lyon at 208-535-5409, or you can email her at penny.lyon@cei.edu for more information. For my final story, I'm going to be sharing a couple of excerpts from a press release that was put out yesterday by the city of Idaho Falls concerning the new water tower. Idaho Falls officials are pleased to announce that construction of the new water tower will begin the end of April. The new water tower has a 1 million gallon capacity and will be constructed over 2 years. Built in 1937, the current 500,000 gallon water tower located at Idaho Falls Power will remain standing and operational to maintain a pressurized system until construction of the new water tower is completed. Contractors have planned for an aggressive work schedule to expedite the project. During active construction, personnel and project contractors will meet weekly to communicate updates, hear concerns, and work through potential challenges. Property owners and stakeholders that are adjacent to the tower are welcome to attend these meetings. The dates, times, and locations for the regular meetings will be communicated to the adjacent property owners and posted on the water tower webpage in the coming weeks. A link to that website can be found in the description below the video. So while the parking stalls on the south side of the library parking lot will be unusable during construction, additional library parking has been identified and will be signed accordingly. Shared parking stalls are also available around the library. A parking map has been created to serve as a guide for motorists during construction. The map will be available online as well as right here, and printed forms will also be available inside the library and other adjacent commercial properties. So parking and directional signage, which will include QR codes, will be added around the library to assist motorists when parking. City officials began considering replacing the aging water tower in 2008 after a study to evaluate the structural integrity of the tower revealed that the tower had met its expected design life and required upgrading to a new structure to meet current building standards and seismic requirements. Recognizing the structural deficiencies, capacity restraints, and the need for our growing community, city officials included the replacement of the elevated water tower in the 2015 water facility plan. The $8.9 million project is funded through already established water rates. In December of 2021, the Idaho Falls City Council, with the full support of the Library Board, unanimously voted to approve the construction of the new elevated water tower in the parking lot of the Idaho Falls Public Library. The engineering feasibility work concluded the library site was suitable for the new water tower. The majority of the stakeholders in the immediate vicinity of the library expressed positive feedback for siting the water tower at the library. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. My name is Tyson. I'm your video journalist for CBTV. If you haven't yet, please show your support of the channel by hitting the subscribe button below. I come back every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, you can expect a report on construction and development projects that are happening in your local area. If you're seeing work in your community that I haven't reported on, make a comment in the space below the video and I'll get to it for you. Thank you guys so much for your time and your support. Drive safe.